This is the beginning of part 2 of the video about DotNetNuke automated install in Godaddy. Sorry for the quality of the audio. I had a bit of a problem, but I hope that you can still hear well. Okay, so I'm resuming the video now. It seems that we have our control panel ready to go. So I'm going to go back to my account. I'm going to click on web hosting. And here is my new account. Let's click Launch Control Center. And now that message should not come up anymore. Okay, perfect. So we have our hosting dashboard ready to go. Now, next thing that I need to do, and that you may need to do, is if you don't have your domain registered with Godaddy, you need to change the DNS information of your domain where you have registered on your registrar. In my case, I have registered this domain, dntutorial.com, on oneandone.com. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the DNS information here from Godaddy, which is available under the DNS box here, where it says primary domain DNS. I'm going to click on View, and it's providing me the two name servers that I need to use in order to make my domain point to Godaddy. So I'm going to do that offline. It's not really too much relevant for our discussion, but right now I'm going to pause again the video. I'm going to go back to my register. I'm going to set up this domain there and point the DNS to Godaddy's DNS that I have just copied right now. So I'm going to pause again and come back in a bit. Now, just to let you know, DNS propagation may take up to 24 hours. So from the time that you get the DNS information, then you update your register, you update your domain with that DNS information to have the site live, to have the domain responding and redirecting to that DNS. It may take up to 24 hours. Usually it takes much less than that, but you just have to understand that it may take some time to do that. So I'll resume in a second. Okay, so I'm back again. DNS has propagated now, and just to prove that, I'm going to open a new tab here on Firefox, and I'm going to type in my domain. So here's the new domain. It's responding already. Of course, there's no DNN installed yet. Now, if I go back to my hosting control center on Godaddy, the goal of this first video is to set up DotNetNuke using the automated feature provided by Godaddy. So to do that, very simple. We just go under Applications, Install and Manage. Unfortunately, DotNetNuke is not present here by default. Maybe DotNetNuke Corp could do something about that and contact Godaddy and make sure that they have an icon here for DotNetNuke. But anyway, we have to click on View All Apps, and when we do that, we get redirected to another page. Here it shows an initial list of the, I guess, most popular common CMS out there, even a shopping cart. But anyway, that's not our point here. Our point is that on the right side, we have to go to categories, most popular ones, content management. Click there, and then we scroll down, and we have DotNetNuke here. So we click on DotNetNuke. It provides a bit of some basic information. Good thing is that Godaddy is quite up to date. It's very up to date. Actually, it makes available here DotNetNuke 5.6.2 already, which is the latest version at this point. The drawback, I mean, the kind of a trade-off that you have to go about if you are using the automated way is that you don't have the chance to select which version of DotNetNuke you want to install. But hopefully we can accomplish that when I try to do the manual installation. But let's go with the automated, which is what we are doing right now. So we just have to click on Install Now. After I do that, I'll have to provide some basic information. and I will also have to wait a little bit until the site is up and running. So let's just click on install now. Now there is another wizard that we have to go through. It's asking which domain I want to do that for. I want to do that for the new one, DNN tutorial. Again, just for the sake of testing. I have purchased already the hosting. So I just scroll down and click next. So let's wait a little bit till the next screen shows up. Set up the hosting, it just skipped set up new hosting because I already have hosting. Now here it's telling me that the database name and the username is this one here. You may want to make a note of that, put it aside in a text file. Here's the database description. I'm going to keep the database description as they suggest here. Database for DotNetNuke 562. Create a database password. Okay. So let's see if that's acceptable. I think it is. Verify. Okay, so let's click next again. Now, very important. This is quite an important setting. The thing with the automated installation of .NETNuke in Godaddy is that it does not install .NETNuke in the root folder of the website. So the .NETNuke installation will be created underneath the root folder, not in the root folder. So the website URL will actually be something like, in our case here, www.dnntutorial.com / and then we have to put the directory name, the folder name. And again, if you are SEO sensitive, if you are worried about SEO, you may want to put a nice keyword here, because this, whatever we choose to be here, will be present on your URL if you use the automated installation. So let's say that I'm okay with let's say I will call it DNN, so it's not that long. But again, if you have a store website, maybe you want to put /store, again, you may choose a keyword-rich type of term that you want to put for this folder. Again, I have chosen DNN, but you may choose something else, because again, it will be present on each one of your site's URL. Now, we will try to work around that when we go to the next video, which will be about how to install DotNetNuke in Godaddy manually. So we can try to do that in the root folder, but in this case, automated has to be in a folder inside the root folder. So we have chosen this name. Let's click next again. Now we have to set up the basic access for DotNetNuke. Usually, remember, when we are in the DotNetNuke wizard, we have to set up the host account, password, admin account, password. We have to set up all of that here as well. I'm going to go with the standard names, but again, I advise that you choose another name instead of host. Use something else. Instead of admin, use something else. In my case here, I'm just going to go straight with those terms, those names. So I'm going to go super user will be host, password, verify password, super user email. I'm going to put my own email address, admin. I'm going to use admin as well. Password and admin email. I'm going to keep this one as well, my email. So with all of that done, I'm going to click on finish, and let's see how it goes. We may have to wait a little bit. I think that you're going to get a message saying that we should come back later. So your selection request for that website has been submitted. Depending on the application, your application may require additional steps to complete. View the status of your application by navigating to My Applications page. Okay, so I'm going to click under My Applications, and that page should give me a status update. This was my previous attempt. Forget about this one. We have to keep focused on this one, which is what we are doing right now. It says that it's creating database on DNNtutorial.com. So we just have to wait until it's all created, and I will then resume the video once again. This is the end of part 2 of the video about .NetNuke automated install in Godaddy.